Hey YouTube, it's Martin from the channel Budget Bugout, as the name tape on my EDC, or Everyday Carry, bag implies. And I'll be doing a video very soon on both my EDC bag as well as on my Bugout bag, so stay tuned for that, you're not going to want to miss it. I just did a video on my pocket dump, basically the items that I carry with me every day. And one thing that you'll notice in all of these videos is that I keep not only one but at least two fire starting devices on me at all times. So whether it be in a bag or whether it be on my person, I always have not just one but also a redundant fire starter. And the reason for that is pure and simple, because you never know where you're going to be when you may need to be able to start a fire and survive in a worst case scenario. And the second reason is because, just in case one of them gives out, you don't want to have a single point of failure to starting a fire, because it is very difficult to start a fire by rubbing sticks together or hitting flint and steel together. No matter how skilled you are at it as a survivalist, there's still a good chance that might fail on you if you don't have one of these items. So stay with me. I'm going to be leaving links for all of these products in the description box down below. You guys are not going to want to miss this. It's going to be lit. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover these fire starting products, and I'm going to be including links, like I said, for all of the fire starters that you're going to be seeing in this video, both on screen as well as some of the ones that are going to be off screen. I'll be leaving links for them all in the description box down below, and I'd love to hear you guys' feedback and let me know what fire starters that you guys keep in your kits. So let's go ahead and get started with this Fresno lens wallet-sized card, a magnifying card. And basically what this does is not only does it help you guys read, but it's going to, of course, focus that light, and if you have direct sunlight, create a fire starting capability for you guys that is reusable. You don't have to worry about it wearing out on you unless you just simply mistreat it. Another really cool product that I like, so I'm going to be including both fire Tinders as well as fire starters in this, so that I can give you guys ideas to make your kit as well rounded as possible. So we got live fire here, and if you guys haven't seen the videos where I talk about this before, basically this is wax coating. Basically you scratch the wax coating off, and then you take a flame or some sparks from a ferrocerium rod, and once that catches fire, then once you got a good fire going, you don't need this anymore. Then you just simply slide this closed, and that's going to cut off the oxygen and then extinguishing the flame from the tinder. And it comes in two different sizes. You can see you got original and then sport. You guys be sure you check these out, or just buy both sizes. They're not super expensive. Another tinder are these tinder tabs. Basically the way that this works is this is mostly cotton with, I think, also some wax coating, and then you kind of fan these out, and then that will take some sparks from a ferrocerium rod and it'll get that fire going, and also very inexpensive. Another tinder is these fire fuses from Baddest Bees, and it works very similar to the tinder tab or the quick tinder or whatever that's called, and then you just kind of fan it out. And it's kind of a small company, all natural, whatnot. But yeah, I'll leave links for where you guys can find this down below if you have any questions. And then just kind of continuing along, the matches that I really like are from UCO. So UCO makes a bunch of different all-weather survival matches, and what makes these unique is if you light them, and then even if they're submerged, it's going to continue to burn intensely. And basically heavy rains or inclement conditions, these are going to be probably the best matches out there for you guys. I highly recommend them. But if you guys just want to have budget friendly matches, then I'd say just grab yourself a bunch of Coughlin Matches. So there's no reason why you shouldn't have a bunch of these floating around your house, and throw these in your kits as well. So these are just also waterproof matches. Similar, just not the same quality as the UCO ones. And then kind of diving into ferrocerium rods. This one is from Exotack, and this is their fire rod. Basically, it's a ferrocerium rod that the cap of it, you can put that quick tinder in, or your own cotton tinder, however you want to, whatever you want to put in there. And I put a what's called a Tinder zip on mine, which is basically tinder inside of this zipper pull. So, and then of course you guys can add a knife to it as well, such as this Genesis from LT Wright. And if you want to get a good knife with a 90-degree spine, if you don't mind paying a little bit extra for it, it comes with a sheath that you guys can put this Tack Fire Rod in. Another knife that's kind of similar to that, where it comes with a sheath that you can put a ferrocerium rod in it, is this one from Enzo. You can put, like I said, that ferrocerium rod in here. And this one is from Light My Fire, which is a Swedish company. And this ferrocerium has got a ferrocerium rod in it, as well as a striker, which comes with a whistle integrated into that handle. So you guys, it's a bunch of different things all in one. So that's another option for y'all out there. And then of course you can just get a standard ferrocerium rod, and then just kind of, if you guys get the military Molly version of the Blackbird from Ontario Knives, you can put this gigantic ferrocerium rod into basically this little part. So now you have a way of starting fire, and having ability to start a fire is difficult to replicate in the wild. You have cordage. Cordage is also difficult to obtain out there in the woods. And then of course, if you include it with the knife itself, now you have increased capabilities as well. There we go. All right. And then if you guys want to stick with budget friendly, then that's where this more fire knife comes into play, which has a ferrocerium rod from Light My Fire, so it's the same company, Swedish company over there. And then you got that ferrocerium rod good to go to make those sparks using that 90-degree spine. And the 90-degree spine is also on that Blackbird I showed you, as well as the Enzo knife. Moving on to, this isn't necessarily a fire starter as much as it is a inexpensive camping stove with the, so these fuel tabs, once those guys get started, it's going to burn intensely for several minutes. And then if you take a camping pot or whatnot and then put it on it, it's going to be able to cook those. But I kind of wanted to include this because I usually incorporate these into my small fire starting kits as well. And then items that I keep on my keys, then we got that Tinder zip I was talking about earlier, as well as another Tack ferrocerium rod. It's protected, and then once you unscrew this, and then you can screw this in here. But now we have a ferrocerium rod as well as a striker, and then you guys can keep that, like I said, attached to your keys if you guys want. And then one of the last things that I want to talk about is the Lightning Strike fire starter. Now this is going to be probably one of the more expensive things on the table, but basically you got a ferrocerium rod in there, and then using a striker, and the way it's designed is that it kind of focuses all of those sparks into one area, and then it has a back that comes undone to reveal fire tinders in the butt of it right here. So those are all of the fire starters that I wanted to talk about in this video. I'd love to hear y'all's feedback, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But I definitely also recommend that you guys throw in some Bic lighters into your kits. And then if you also are going to be putting paracord in your survival kits, I recommend the 550 Firecord that has that live fire tinder integrated inside those strands there, so with the inner strands. So if you guys, like I said, have any more questions, let me know in the comment section down below, and check out those links for where to purchase this. But hopefully these gave you some good ideas on what products might be good for your kits. Y'all stay safe out there, and remember, it pays to be prepared. God bless. It's going to be lit. Now you have increased capabilities as well. So let me just go ahead and fasten this. which it doesn't want to do for some reason. Dang it. Dang it!